On amnesty, on immigration issues, I do not support amnesty. I don't support that for a number of reasons, but one of the reasons is the number of legal immigrants I've talked to have said, hey, we came and did the entire process. The lady I talked to last night from Russia, she has her green card. She says, I don't mind aliens coming here, but I don't want them to get by without doing exactly what I've been doing. And what's going to take me 5 years to become a citizen that I want to be. Don't give someone else a leg up over me just because somebody's going to give them amnesty. On immigration, Ronald Reagan said we ought to make sure that our gates to freedom swing wide and free for those people that want and yearn to be free and want America and its way of life and are willing to come, speak our language, and abide by our laws. And I would add to that with deference to Ronald Reagan. I hate to add anything to Ronald Reagan, but I would add and sign our guest book. Document. The majority of American people don't have any trouble with immigrants. They don't have any trouble with immigrant labor as long as it's legal, as long as we believe that we have the first opportunity to fill those jobs, and that we know that business people, employers, will follow the law. And employers on the other side, they don't have trouble as long as they know what the law is, and that they know when they get a document, whether it's a Social Security card or a driver's license, that it's not counterfeit, and they run the risk of trying all good things and end up being wrong anyway. So I think we have to find a mechanism whereby when somebody comes across the line, they are given a document that is non-counterfeitable, that they have to take, and they show to the employer, and for instance, we swipe it through a government-supplied swipe card reader. That's my own language. I don't know what it's called. So that they know that this is so-and-so who came over on such and such a date, who is supposed to be in such and such a place for such and such a time, and then back at such and such a date. If Brown and FedEx can do that with a box, I would think the technology could be carried over from Google or from Brown or FedEx that we could implement for our country as well. And then as far as securing the borders, whatever it takes. The days of having an open border with immigration officials that patrol it on a basic, general basis is over. When we have Al-Qaeda, when we have other terrorist groups that want to come across whatever border, I think we have to take due diligence to make sure that they're secured. Otherwise, as one said, a nation is not, a nation without a secure border is not a nation, it's a region. And we have to have secure borders. Arizona did exactly what it had to do. When the federal government didn't do what it was supposed to do, the first priority, as I held my hand up and took the oath of office, to defend and protect the Constitution and the citizens of America against all of the enemies, both foreign and domestic. That's my #1 responsibility. Soldiers that take that same oath, that's their #1 responsibility. And the federal government is unwilling to do that for whatever reason, whether it's to allow replacement voters, which is many of our fears, or whatever. Why shouldn't the sovereign state finally step up to the plate and say, we are not going to put our citizens through the fear and the danger of leaving to go to the restaurant or go to the grocery store and coming back and finding their homes occupied. That is not how it's to be. So.
And NAFTA doesn't help that. The superhighway from Mexico into Canada that they're promoting, and I think they've already started
construction already.
Well, I think
Obama's for that.
I think the issue there again is if we got government out of the way in excessive taxes, unnecessary taxes and regulation, and the cost of government, there is no nation that can against us for the
Drug lords, what does
you know, I don't fear Mexico or China or India as much as I fear our own government in making it difficult. There is no way that Michigan and its well-trained manufacturer workers and manufacturers could not outstrip China or India or Korea or whoever. If we didn't have that extra hurdle to go over every time, every product, every nut, every bolt, every piece of white paper, bureaucratic nightmare. That's the unlevel playing field we